và những thọt screen một rất đầu xếp này thì có cái việc trình bảo hiểm lâu rồi nè. Okay. Human right. Okay, go ahead. Introduce yourself. Okay, introduce yourself and your topic and start your presentation. Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Hello, Professor Cameron and my classmate. My name is Hei Narong. I'm a year 2 student, and my major is international relationship. And today, I do a presentation that talk about human rights. That human right is one of the principle to purpose of the United Nations. It set out in the UN Charter is to promote and encourage respect for human rights and fundamental freedom for all without distinction as to race, sex, language, or religion. Human rights are integral to the promotion to peace and security, economic prosperity, and social quality. And there are two things that I want to do in my presentation that I want you to know is the meaning of the human right and the state responsibility for the human right. What state should do for human right? And then for start the first point, the meaning of the human right. Human right are commonly understood as being those rights which are inherent to the human being. The concept of human right acknowledge that every single human being is entitled to enjoy his or her human right without distinction as to race, color, sex, language, religion, political or another option, national or social origin, prosperity, birth or other status. Human rights are legally guaranteed by human rights law, protect individual and group against action which interfere with fundamental freedom and human dignities. It means that human rights protect the human is the law that protect the human. The human right want the human equal. They don't want the human look down on each other. They don't care about uh sex, color, no matter you are white or black or where you come from, which nation you come from. In the under the human right law, people are the same. They are equal, and they got protect from human right. This means that they will give the citizen of each state freedom. They want they can do what they want, like they can choose religions that they want to follow, they can learn what they want, they can do the job that they want. It's like that, and they protect by human that's they protect by the human right law. And the human right law place an obligation on state to act in a particular way and prohibit state for engaging in specified activity, like what I said and about. State have to protect the human, protect their citizen, not that is citizen another nation that live in their country, or like foreigner that live in country. If they are human, they have still
Okay, you may open mode. Nero. Open mode. Cannot hear you.
oh I'm talk for a while. I'm not open
Okay.
mood chứ.
Okay. No. Gotcha. try to allow Bandai Bosicong to hear. Okay, so yeah, you can hear now.
Oh,
Okay, go ahead.
okay, and keep continuing.
Yeah, come here.
The law does not establish human rights. Human rights are inherent entitlement which come to every person as a consequence of being human. And treaties and other sources of law generally serve to protect formally and right of individual and group against actor or abandonments of action by government which interfere with the enjoyment of their human right. At this point, it means that the treaties and other sources have to, if all the country that have the treaties, they have to obey the human right. They have to respect their citizen. They have to give their citizen a freedom. That citizen, they have to follow the human right in the state. The human law is not like that. And then the state responsibility for human right. State is the important actor to protect, promote, and ensure the enjoyment of human rights. Like I talk about, state have to protect their citizen and give their citizen enough freedom. And many human rights are owned by state to all people within their territory, with certain human rights are owned by a state to particular group of people. For example, the right to vote in election is the only owned to citizens of a state. In this point, it means that some country they own the human right. State own the human right by the human right. I mean that state own the human right. It means that like North Korea, their their citizen have no freedom. In North Korea, no like no human right. Their citizen cannot do anything. Just follow the government. The citizen can only do what government told them to do. They have no freedom. So that means that the government own the human right. And about the like United States or something, it means that uh, the state the state of particular it means that human rights are owned by a state. It means that the state have been give freedom to their people or their citizen, like give like for a vote election, they have enough freedom to select their government, their president. It's mean like that. And another one, state responsibility, including the obligation to take proactive measures to ensure that human rights are protected by providing effective remedial for persons whose rights are violated, as well as measures against violate the right of persons within territory. And another one is, however, in a legitimate and declared state of emergency, state can measure which limit or suspend the enjoyment of certain right. For in this point, it means that state state must uh, obey the human right law, but for some exception, state cannot obey the state doesn't have to obey the human right. Like when the state have emergency situation, like for example, in the case of spreading the COVID-19, state can ban the citizen from traveling around the city or passenger from other country to enter their country for the reason to stop the spreading of the COVID-19. It is true that those actions are violate the human right, but there is an exception for state to against the law due to the chaos that created by COVID-19. So it's okay for state. Uh, For in the end, to sum up all the point that to sum up everything, human right is the most important reason for peace and security. All states around the world have to follow the human rights law to protect their citizens, also bring peace to their country. Human right is not for only state, but it's for all human around the world for getting freedom. Also, make their citizens live in happy life. So state play an important role to protect their citizens under the human rights law. Uh, that's all. Thank you for paying attention and listen to my presentation. Do you have any question? You can ask me. Feel free to ask.
Okay, thank you so much, Darrell, right? So
Yeah.
you got a few, right? A few chapter summary about human rights. So why you feel interested in choosing this topic to present us?
Because I'm interested in it because human right is important for human around the world. Because we know everybody want freedom. They want protection. They need peace. They want someone to protect them from or give them enough freedom to choose what they want to do, like what they want to learn, what they want, what career that they want to do, what religion that they want to follow. All of them are protected by human right law. That's why I want to pick that human right to write about it. Hello, teacher.
Sorry, I forgot to open to unmute. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, very good. Okay, very good. Anybody else want to ask question? Please go ahead. Hello.
Hello,
Yeah,
any question?
yes, Darong, will you present only one slide?
No, I
Why
have
one
another two
slide?
slides. I have another two slides.
Oh, I see.
Okay.
I don't know why. I don't know why do we always choose the same topic.
Yeah, because like I said, because it is important. It's
Yes,
every human around the world they focus on the human right. Every country they care about human right. The first thing that they care about is human right.
yes,
Yeah, because the only human right that can bring them to peace. No human right, no peace. They will be war everywhere. Yes, is that all? And any question? Feel free to ask.
I have no question because you have present and provide a good meaning already.
Yes, thank you. Or for another classmate, any question for another classmate?
Okay. Very good. Narong, very good explanation.
Yeah,
Thank you
yeah.
so much. Okay.
Yes.
Please, next
Next slide, okay,
presenter.
teacher.
Oh, you want to show another or only one?
Yeah, yeah. I have three slides.
Okay. Three
Yeah, yeah.
slide, but you mean three topic or only one topic?
Three topics. Three slide. Three topic, teacher. Yeah.
Okay.
About human right, General Assembly, and Security Council.
Console. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, control.
Okay. Okay. Nick, please. Who
Yes,
going
teacher.
in?
Yes. And my second topic, and my second topic is a General Assembly. The General Assembly is the main deliberative organ of the United Nations comprised of all member states, each of which has one vote, and no matter its size or power. It may discuss any matter arising under the UN Charter, decision on the international peace and security, admitting new member states, and the UN budget, or decide by a two-thirds majority. And in the General Assembly, I have three important points to talk about. The first is the voting process, and then the UN Assembly, and then what General Assembly do under the UN Charter, or what the power that General Assembly have. And the first point is voting process. UN has 193 members. It means that in General Assembly they also have 193 members, and for each member they have one vote. No matter the state is big, small power or not, they don't care. They only care that for each member have one vote, and they are equal, and to and they are equal. But to approve something, the vote the for the voting process to approve something, they need 2/3% majority to approve it. It means that the vote they need 2+3 to approve something for the vote. And for the voting for new member, uh, it's the same. They need 2/3, but in exception they need if they are, but they have to ask advice for the Security Council, the five permanent member in Security Council to accept it. If one of the five permanent member the new member veto to accept the new member, it means that the voting become negative. New member cannot join because of the veto of the five permanent member. If they have two uh, uh, 2/3% agree, but only one veto, it means that the new state that want to join, it cannot join. That's the power of veto. And another state is assembly. General Assembly meet annual in regular session, intended from September to December, and it still continue the the issues is not solved yet. They keep continue to January according to the issues. It's not September, and in the December they end the assembly. Not if they have more issues, they keep continue it to the January or so on. And the work of assembly is also carried out by its six-man committee. First committee is about the disarmament and international security. This is talk about disarm, like West Point and international security, which West Point that banned from use by UN, such as nuclear uh, nuclear bomb or something that UN banned. It talk about it. And the second committee is about the economic and finance call. About the third committee is about social, humanitarian, and culture, or you can say it talk about the human right. It's the same. And the fourth committee is about special, political, and decolonization. The fifth committee is about administration and budgetary. It's about the budget, UN budget, or UN support to another NGO. It's talk about it. And or UN support to the poor country, the development country, in this fifth committee. And the sixth committee is about legal, the UN legal. And another point is under the UN chapter. to consider and make recommendation on principle of cooperation in the maintenance of international peace and security, including the principle governing disarmament and armed disorder, like it the same as like I talk. They talk about the arm, like for example in Syria, oh no, Syria. Oh, what country? Israel, like in Israel, they have the armed regulation by provided by UN, and to discuss any question relating to international peace and security and exception where a dispute or situation is being discussed by the Security Council to make recommendation on it. Another one to discuss and with the same exception make recommendation on any question within the scope of the charter or affect the power and function of any organ of UN. Discuss in this point it means that General Assemblies talk about any organ of UN discuss about something like or vote about something to initiate study and make recommendation to promote international political cooperation and development and codification of international law, the real life of human rights and fundamental freedom for all, and international collaboration in the economic, social, cultural, education, and health field. In this one, it discussed like WHO, the health center that they have to protect, they have to stop the spreading of the COVID-19. It's in the point to make recommendation for the peaceful settlement of any situation, regardless of origin, which may impair friendly relations among nations, to receive and consider report from the Security Council and other United Nations organs. It means that if another state or another country that want to report something about their state, that their problem, yes, they can talk in the General Assembly. And that's all. Thank you for paying attention and listen to my presentation. And do you have any question about General Assembly? Feel free to ask. Question, please.
Okay, anybody got a question? Got a question, anyone? How about this one? Is it another topic or same here? Or you put something here?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so
Oh,
it's
in
all
the end,
about
it's all the same in the end.
you put go with something. Okay.
Yeah. It is the same in the end.
Okay.
If you have
Anybody got a question? Please go ahead.
you had question, please. If you don't understand the word what I say or something, I can explain you. Not the meaning. If you don't understand what I talk or some word that you don't know the meaning, feel free to ask. It's okay. No, if no more question, I keep going to the next topic.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, go to the next topic. Go ahead.
Hello, teacher. Can you hear me well?
Yeah, okay, I can hear. Okay. Go ahead.
Yes.
Okay.
For my last topic is I'm talk about the security council. Security council.
Security
Console.
console.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
The security console has is like you can say is the most powerful organ in UN. You can talk like you can say like that because the security council has a primary responsibility under the UN Charter to maintain international peace and security. It can be convert at any time whenever international peace is threatened. The Security Council has a primary responsibility under the UN Charter to maintain international peace and security. And there are three important points that I want you to know about Council. The first is Security Council structure, and another one is the function or the power of the Security Council. For the first, the Security Council structure. The Security Council has a primary responsibility under the UN Charter to maintain international peace and security, so that if there are a war or civil war in some country, it's the responsible for the Security Council to discuss about to talk about how to stop that war. And the Security Council has 15 members, five permanent and 10 non-permanent member. In the five permanent member, there are uh, China, France, Russian, England, and United States. And another 10 non-permanent member uh, have got from the elects by every 2 years by General Assembly. So it means that another 10 from the General Assembly in 199 member, they took only 10 to come to Security Council by vote. And 10 number decision on procedure and matter are made by an affirmative vote at least 9/5 members. It means that if they want to affirmative something, they need 9 member to agree in 15 member. But if in 9 member there are 5 member that have the veto power. It's called veto power. If that veto power is belong to 5 permanent member, so it means in 9/15, if there are one member that in the one member that is a permanent member veto, so it means that the vote or the affirmative is negative. They cannot make the decision about the issues. And another, the security council also make recommendation to the General Assembly on getting a new member. It means that if the General Assembly agree to take a new member, but one of the 5 permanent member veto or disagree, so the General Assembly cannot accept new member. And that's why I say that the security control is very powerful. That's the reason. And under the article of 25 of the charter of the UN Charter, member of the United Nations agree to accept and carry out the decision of the Security Council. So all the member of the UN, if the Security Council agree or want to do something, all the 193 member has to follow them. It's mean like that. And security and and another structure to resort to or authorize the use of force to maintain or restore international peace and security. So it means that if the UN want to send a peacekeeper to some country or somewhere, there they need agreement from the council, from the council to encourage the peaceful settlement of local disputes through regional arrangement and to use such as regional arrangement for enforced action under its authority. To recommend the General Assembly the appointment of the Secretary General and together with the Assembly to elect the judge of the International Court of Justice. So it means that Security Council have the power over the all the UN organ to require the International Court of Justice to give an advice of opinion and on any legal question to recommend to the General Assembly to admission a new member to the United Nations. Another point is under the UN Charter to maintain under the UN Charter, or you can say that the power of the Security Council. Council to maintain international peace and security in accordance with the principle and purpose of the United Nations. Yeah, it's very important. This is the main thing that the council has to do is to maintain international peace and security. They do everything to stop the war or prevent from start the war. To oh, to formulate plan for establish a system to regular amendments. Amendment that means that like they what weapon they have to ban, which weapon allowed to use in the military, like they ban nuclear weapon, which country is allowed to use the nuclear. It's like that. And to call upon the parties to dispute to settle it by peaceful means. It's mean in this point it means that if which country have a war or civil war or something in their country, yes, it's responsibility for security council to solve the problem, to go to that country to give them the means, the way to prevent the war, to told them to stop the war, find a solution with no war. It's mean like that. And to, and another one to investigate any dispute or situation which might lead to the international friction and to recommend methods of adjust and such as dispute or the term of settlement to determine the existence of a threat to peace or act of aggression and to recommend what action should be taken. To call upon the parties concerned to complete with such as previous measure as it deemed necessary or desirable to prevent an aggravation of the situation. To call on members of United Nations to take measures not involving the use of armed force such as sanctions to give effect to the Council decision. So, like to sum up everything, the security council is the powerful organ that has only 15 members, but but there are five members in that. But there are five members in 15 that has the power, that has, what should I say? It's the superpower that can be known as veto. Because of the veto power that make the five permanent member can interfere in another UN organ. Importantly, Security Council also has a duty to keep the world in peace by using plenty of means under the UN Charter. So the UN, the Security Council, they have to do everything to get peace for the war, to stop the war, to prevent the war. It's like that, and that's all. Thank you for your patient paying attention and listen to my presentation. Do you have any question about security console? You can ask me, or some word that you don't understand. Also, can ask me. I can explain it to you.
Okay, great. Thank you very much. Anybody got question? Please go ahead.
No, teacher.
Okay, maybe Panna is looking forward to doing your presentation, right? Being jealous of the wrong doing presentation a lot, so you need to present, right? You need to time to present. Okay, thank you so much, Darong, and next please, Panna, right?
Yeah, teacher.
Okay,
You can go
thank
to uh, your Telegram personal. I send to you, and
you want to share screen on your own, or you want me to open for you?
no, just share for me because I join with the phone, so it would be difficult for me. I think.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
Sorry, teacher, I have work to do. I can hold tea, so can I leave now, teacher?
Okay. Yeah.
Yes, thank you, teacher.
So Panna, how many you got? You got three, right? Six, three.
3 slide, teacher.
Okay. Wait for a while. You put the name? No. No.
Just presentation 1, presentation 2, and the UN slide.
No, you don't put your name.
Teacher, I don't leave what?
Yeah, he asked permission for the work all the time. Is it that one, right?
Yes.
Human right. You don't put your name, okay? So how can I know your name? Okay. Go ahead, please.
Yes, teacher. Hello, everyone. Hello, teacher. My name is Panna, and I'm going to do a presentation about my assignment slide. The first topic is to be the human right at the same the wrong as well, but we don't have the plan. Start play a
Got the
key
same.
role. Yeah, teacher.
Got the same opinion, the same mind, right?
Yes, but separate body. Human right. States play a key role for human rights within their own jurisdiction. So many democracy emphasis on freedom such as freedom on religion, freedom of speech, freedom of idea. That means people have their own right to feel free to speak out about what they are thinking about. For example, about our daily situation about the Cambodian. as you know that we have some some people who speak out about our natural, our environment, and this is their own human right to speak out about protecting the state, the environment. Why do democratic states support political and civil rights in their foreign policy? One explanation is based on self-interest. States sharing these values are better positioned to trade with one another and will according to the democratic peace theory. On the first explanation is based on their own interest, self-interest. They do this just for promote about their, for example, their do this just for promote their party or something to the other one. That means they want to promote themselves, and they it could be a good way to be វាថាគាត់ពេលដែលគាត់ធ្វើអញ្ចឹងហើយគាត់អាចរកស៊ីជាមួយគេបានងាយៗគាត់ល្បីស្រាប់អញ្ចឹងគាត់មានឈ្មោះបោះសម្លេងអញ្ចឹងណា The second explanation is democracy try to keep poor people from the irresponsible government. They all have the same right to keep themselves by having healthcare, education and employment. សម្រាប់ការហេតុផលទី2ហ្នឹងគឺគាត់ព្យាយាមថាជួយប្រជាពលរដ្ឋណាដែលគាត់ស្ថិតនៅក្នុងរដ្ឋមួយដែលរដ្ឋាភិបាលរបស់គាត់ហ្នឹងអត់មានទំនួលខុសត្រូវអញ្ចឹងណាអញ្ចឹងមនុស្សគ្រប់រូបគេសិតតែមានសិទ្ធិក្នុងការទទួលបានចំណេះដឹងសិទ្ធិទទួលបានការសិក្សារៀនសូត្រនិងការងារអញ្ចឹងណា The teacher go on to the second slide. Static to protect human rights. What can state do if they believe that the human rights of individual in another state are not being protected? State may use diplomacy to try to improve human rights. They do this by trying other benefits usually related to the economy or security to an improvement in the state human rights. កន្លែងនេះខ្ញុំសូមបញ្យល់ជាខ្មែរបងដោយសារពេលនេះខ្ញុំអង់គ្លេសខ្ញុំវាល្អល្អួលកន្លែងហ្នឹងបើសិនជាករណីថាដូចសហរដ្ឋអាមេរិកអញ្ចឹងគាត់មើលមកកម្ពុជាយើងឃើញថារាជរដ្ឋាភិបាលកម្ពុជាយើងឧទាហរណ៍ណាឃើញថារាជរដ្ឋាភិបាលកម្ពុជាយើងធ្វើបាបប្រជាពលរដ្ឋអញ្ចឹងសហរដ្ឋអាមេរិកបើគាត់ចង់ជួយយើងគាត់ចង់ជួយប្រជាពលរដ្ឋគាត់មិនមែនថានេះហ្មងឯងគាត់ធ្វើជាទរណកម្មវិញរបៀបដូចអាចផ្ដាច់ជាជំនួយឬក៏អីចឹងណាផ្ដាច់ខាងសេដ្ឋកិច្ចអីចឹងទៅធ្វើឲ្យកម្ពុជាមិនទរណកម្មអាចបានទរណកម្មអញ្ចឹងណាវាធ្វើតាមធ្វើទរណកម្មសេដ្ឋកិច្ចអីចឹងទៅឲ្យគ្រូនៅទៅមួយស្លាយទៀតទៅមក ផេកទៀតមក Yes, specific human rights issues. Human rights were addressed in separate issues because of the experience of the World War II. Human rights was created, and we started to keep women rights and announce to all over the world about that all atrocity and that genocide. នៅចំណុចនេះគេចង់និយាយថាជាធម្មតាបញ្ហានៃសិទ្ធិមនុស្សគឺវាត្រូវបានដោះស្រាយដោយវិធីផ្សេងៗគ្នាពីព្រោះតែយើងមានបទពិសោធន៍នៅសង្គ្រាមលោកលើកទី2ហ្នឹងហើយបានគេបង្កើតសិទ្ធិមនុស្សឡើងហើយក៏គេលើកដំកើងសិទ្ធិស្ត្រីក៏នៅពេលហ្នឹងដែរដើម្បីជៀសវាងពីការធ្វើរបៀបដូចឃាតកម្មអីរបៀបដូចបន្លាយពូជសាសន៍ឲ្យអស់ហ្នឹងចឹងម្ដងទៀតចឹងណាពិភពលោកទាំងអស់គឺសិតតែបានដឹងពីរឿងហ្នឹង That issues instructive as it involved in expansion of right across time and space and it involved promotion of right in the public and private sphere កន្លែងហ្នឹងក៏ដូចគ្នាដែរបើន័យថាគេពង្រីកសិទ្ធិនឹងតាមរយៈពេលវេលាហើយនឹងទីកន្លែងដែលត្រូវបានការមានសិទ្ធិក្នុងការការពារទាំងដូចទាំងរដ្ឋទាំងឯកជនអញ្ចឹងណាហើយលោកគ្រូ
Finish? Okay.
Yeah.
Anybody got question? Please go ahead. Question about human right. So this one you focus about state role, right?
Yes.
State role for protection human right, specific human right issue, and then how about this one?
Oh yes, I have one page. The problem of genocide and mass atrocity. នេះគេនិយាយអំពីពាក់ព័ន្ធជាមួយនឹងបញ្ហានៃការធ្វើបល្ល័យពូជសាសន៍និងការប្រៀបដូចសម្លាប់រង្គាលអីអស់ហ្នឹងអញ្ចឹងណា The 20th century saw millions of deaths from deliberate acts of warfare, ethnic cleansing, crimes against humanity, and physical violence against individuals. កន្លែងនេះគេចង់និយាយថានៅសតវត្សទី20ហ្នឹងពួកយើងឃើញមានថាការស្លាប់រង្គាលអស់រាប់លានអ្នកពីសកម្មភាពដែលមានចេតនានៃសង្គ្រាមរបៀបគេប្រឆាំងដើម្បីគេលោកគ្រូនឹងផ្លេចបាត់ស្អីគេក្រែមហ្នឹង
Crimes បទល្មើសបទក្រិត
ហ្នឹងហើយលោកគ្រូបទល្មើសដែលប្រឆាំងជាមួយនឹងសិទ្ធិមនុស្សហើយនឹងការប៉ះទង្គិចគ្នារវាងអីគេប្រឆាំងជាមួយនឹងពួកindividual ហ្នឹងរបៀបថាខាងមិនឯកជនទេ
individual មែន individual ទេ individuals crime against humanity or physical violence against individual ណាបទក្រិតប្រឆាំងនឹងមនុស្សជាតិឬក៏អំពើហិង្សាបែបរាងកាយប្រឆាំងនឹងបុគ្គល Okay
yes.
Thank you បាទចុះយើងទៅមួយទៀតណាបាទមួយទៀត PowerPoint ទៀត You got another
Yeah
ball.
yes
Okay Let me share screen ទៅlạiមួយទៀត ball មួយណាច្រើនពេក See this one
yeah teacher
Okay
this is my second slide. The topic is war. What is war? We have three types of war. The first one is deliberate violence and have organized. ទីមួយហ្នឹងមានន័យថាគេមានរបៀបថាដូចគេមានការរៀបចំទុករបៀបដូចមានចេតនាអញ្ចឹងណារបៀបថាគឺជាសង្គ្រាមដែលមានការរៀបចំទុកមុន The second war are relatively more lethal than other form organized violence ខ្ញុំមិនសូវចេះបញ្យល់ដូចគ្រូអានេះញ៉ៃញ៉ៃអានេះមានលក្ខណៈថាមានការបាញ់បោះមានអីចឹងណាប៉ុន្តែក៏គេអត់រាប់ចូលជាសង្គ្រាមដែរព្រោះដោយសាររាប់ចូលសង្គ្រាមបានលុះត្រាតែមានអ្នកស្លាប់ប្រហែលជាចាប់ពីហ្នឹងហើយ1000អ្នកឡើងទៅអញ្ចឹងបានគេរាប់ចូលជាសង្គ្រាមនិយាយថាទោះជាបាញ់បោះគ្នាផុងផាំងមិនក៏ដោយប៉ុន្តែបើអ្នកស្លាប់ក្រោមអត់ដល់1000អ្នកទេគឺអត់ហៅសង្គ្រាមទេអញ្ចឹងរបៀបថាពួកខាង Scholar International Scholarship ហ្នឹងគេអត់រាប់ចូលណា The third one is both sides of the fighter have to be prepared and have enough harm each other even though have only one side genocide. Anyway, all three of both sides of the fighter have to be prepared and have enough Anyway, all three above we cannot count as the complete war yet because have only one side that have ability to kill on the other side. In sum, war is an organized and deliberate political act by an established political authority that caused 1,000 or more deaths in the 12-month period and involve at least two actors capable of harming each other. និយាយរួមទៅសង្គ្រាមហ្នឹងគឺនិយាយថាគឺជាសង្គ្រាមគឺជាការរៀបចំទុកមុនដែលមានលក្ខណៈថាមានចេតនាក្នុងសកម្មភាពនយោបាយដើម្បីបង្កើតលោកគ្រូជួយ
Ngapain?
កន្លែងនេះលោកគ្រូestablish
Di mana?
authority អត់ទេចុងក្រោយគេនេះលោកគ្រូ
War is an organized and deliberate political act มันគឺជាសកម្មភាពនយោបាយធ្វើឡើងដោយចេតនា by an established political authority មានដោយអាជ្ញាធរក៏ដោយអ្នកនយោបាយហ្នឹង that cost 1,000 or more death in 12-month period គឺវាអាចចាប់ពីមួយឆ្នាំទៅបានគេរាប់ថាជាសង្គ្រាម and involve at least two actors capable of harming each other ហើយយើងហើយណាក៏មានតួអង្គពីរដែរណាតួអង្គពីរដែរដែលមានសមត្ថភាពអាចធ្វើឲ្យបំផ្លាញគ្នាទៅវិញទៅមកធ្វើឲ្យរងបួសទាំងសងខាង Okay. Cháu ơi.
Go to the other page.
Yeah.
Type of war. International relations scholars have developed many ways to categorize wars that pose physical threat to national security. At the broadest level, we distinguish between wars that take place between sovereign states, interstate war, and wars that takes place within state intrastate war. Scholars also distinguish between conventional and unconventional warfare, terrorism, and cyber warfare. គេចង់និយាយថាកន្លែងនេះសង្គ្រាមគេមានបែងចែកចេញជាសង្គ្រាមខាងក្នុងសង្គ្រាមខាងក្រៅមានអីចឹងណាហ្នឹងហើយមានតែប៉ុណ្ណឹងគ្រូទៅមួយទៀត Intrastate war. Intrastate war is a war that fighting by civil and government or one religion to one another religion or a rival of group of civil fighting to establish a government to control the territorial កន្លែងនេះគឺគេចង់និយាយថា intrastate war ហ្នឹងគឺជាសង្គ្រាមដែលប្រជាជននិយាយថាសង្គ្រាម civil និង civil និងយោធាអីចឹងណារបៀបវាយគ្នាក្នុងបរិវេណតែរដ្ឋមួយហ្នឹងគឺប្រជាជនវាយគ្នាអីចឹងណារបៀបអញ្ចឹងដើម្បីឬក៏ប្រជាជនវាយជាមួយនឹងខាងនាយកអីគេ government រដ្ឋាភិបាលដើម្បីផ្ដួលរំលំឬក៏អីរបៀបចឹងរបៀបដូចឧទាហរណ៍ដូចកម្ពុជាយើងរាល់ថ្ងៃមានកន្លែងខ្លះក៏គេលក្ខណៈធ្វើបាតកម្មអីចឹងរបៀបអញ្ចឹងដើម្បីទាមទារទឹកដីអីចឹងដែលរដ្ឋាភិបាលគាត់លុបបំពេញលើប្រជាជនអីចឹងទៅចូលដល់ទី2លោកគ្រូ slide ទី2 interstate war. Interstate war is the war that fighting each other between state and state. នៅកន្លែងនេះគឺរដ្ឋវាយរដ្ឋមានន័យថាពីរដ្ឋមួយទៅរដ្ឋមួយ When we say front, we understand we are speaking about the government that controls a specific territory that others recognize as front. Therefore, state make good subjects for analysis and comparison. Second state have formal military, some tiny and not much more than police forces. កន្លែងនេះគេនិយាយរបៀបថាចេះបើអានេះក៏របៀបដូចឧទាហរណ៍អញ្ចឹងណារដ្ឋវាយគ្នាដូចថាបើយើងនិយាយថាបារាំងវាអញ្ចឹងមកន័យថា បើយើងនិយាយបារាំងមកន័យថាយើងនិយាយពីសម្ដៅទៅលើរាជរដ្ឋាភិបាលឬក៏ប្រទេសមួយនឹងនៅវាយជាមួយនឹងប្រទេសអីគេមួយទៀតបើសិនជាសង្គ្រាមខាងក្នុងវិញបើយើងនិយាយពីសង្គ្រាមក្នុងវិញយើងថាប្រជាជននៅខណ្ឌនេះវាយអីគេតវ៉ាអីបដកម្មកតកម្មអីចឹងទៅតែនេះគេនិយាយថារដ្ឋនឹងរដ្ឋពីឈ្មោះធំអញ្ចឹងគេអត់និយាយយកឈ្មោះបុគ្គលមួយគឺគេនិយាយយកឈ្មោះប្រទេសហ្នឹងហ្មងវាអញ្ចឹងរដ្ឋនឹងរដ្ឋវាយគ្នាវាអញ្ចឹងអស់ហើយគ្រូអាហ្នឹងអស់ហើយចូលដល់ slide មួយទៀតលោកគ្រូចូលដល់ UN system
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. Go to the second page here.
Second page.
Yes, the security console. The third slide. The third topic is security console. Under the United Nations Charter, the function and powers of the security console are to maintain international peace and security in accordance with the principle and purpose of the United Nations. To investigate any dispute or situation which might have which might lead to international friction ដោយសារកន្លែងនេះដែលរងគាត់ចន់គ្នាមួយខ្ញុំអញ្ចឹងខ្ញុំគាត់ថាខ្ញុំមិនចាំមកយកម្ដងទៀតក៏បានដែរពុរិសាដែលរងគាត់បញ្យល់អស់ហើយហ្នឹងគឺដូចគ្នាអញ្ចឹងណា to recommend measures of adjusting such dispute or the term of settlement to formulate plans for the establishment of a system to regulate armament to determine the exercise of a threat to the peace or acts of aggression and to recommend what action should be taken to call a member to apply economic sanctions and other measures not involving the use forces to prevent or stop aggression to take military action against an aggressor. To recommend the admission of new members, to exercise the strategic function of the United Nations in strategic areas, to recommend to the General Assembly the appointment of the Secretary General and together with the Assembly to elect the judges of the International Court and Justice. Practice, procedures and working methods. Article 30 of the Charter stipulate that the Security Council shall adopt its own rule of procedure. មានន័យថា Charter article ហ្នឹងមិនចំពោះអីគេលោកគ្រូផ្លេចបាត់កន្លែងហ្នឹងហ្នឹងហើយធម្មនុញ្ញធម្មនុញ្ញទី30នៃ UN Charter ហ្នឹងគឺគេនិយាយថាមហាសន្និបាតហ្នឹងគឺត្រូវបានអនុវត្តដោយប្រើដោយច្បាប់ផ្ទាល់ខ្លួនរបស់ការអនុវត្តផ្ទាល់ខ្លួនរបស់គាត់អញ្ចឹងណា and in 1946 the Council adopted its provisional rules of procedure មានន័យថានៅឆ្នាំ 1946 ហ្នឹងមហាសន្និបាតហ្នឹងគឺបានអនុម័តនៅច្បាប់អីគេនេះគឺដូចថាដាក់សិនណាច្បាប់ដែលដាក់សិនអត់ទាន់យកជាផ្លូវការបានទេវាថាsubsequently the provisional rule of the procedure were modified on several occasions. The last revision was made in 1982 in order to add Arabic as the sixth official languages in conformity with General Assembly Resolution certified to 119 of 17 December 1980. Tao một phay chia là cru toàn viên nẹo xua quẹt che. The United Nations Charter established six main organs of the United Nations. Cái trong này thà UN Charter ហ្នឹងគេបង្កើតវាដូចអង្គការដែលសំខាន់6នៃ United Nations ហ្នឹង including the Security Council ក្នុងហ្នឹងក៏មាន Security Council មួយដែរ It gives primary responsibility for maintaining international peace and security to the Security Council. វាផ្ដល់នៅរបៀបដូចទំនួលខុសត្រូវមួយដើម្បីការពារនៅសុខសន្តិភាពរបស់មហាសន្និបាតអន្តរជាតិហ្នឹងអញ្ចឹងណា which may meet whenever peace is threatened មានន័យថានៅពេលណាដែលមានការរំលោភបំពាននៅសន្តិភាពអីណាមួយអញ្ចឹងណាអស់ហើយ teacher according to the charter, the United Nations have for purpose to maintain international peace and security. ដើម្បីវាដូចការពារពីកើតលោកគ្រូការពារសន្តិភាពហើយនិងសន្តិសុខពិភពលោក to develop friendly relation among nations ដើម្បីអភិវឌ្ឍវាដូចទំនាក់ទំនងរវាងរដ្ឋនិងរដ្ឋ to cooperate in solving international problem and in promoting respect for human rights វាដូចការពារដោះស្រាយបញ្ហាអីចឹងរបស់អន្តរជាតិឬក៏លក្ខណៈថាផ្សព្វផ្សាយអំពីសិទ្ធិមនុស្សអីចឹងទៅ and to be a center for harmonizing and action of nation គឺជាកន្លែងមួយដែលផ្ដល់នៅសុខដុមរមនាគឺជាកន្លែងមួយដែលរដ្ឋមានការថាសម្ដែងនៅភាពសុខដុមរមនាអីចឹងទៅបន្ទាប់មកទៀត all member of the United Nations agree to accept and carry out the decision of the Security Council និងការទទួលយកនៅការសម្រេចចិត្តរបស់មហាសន្និបាតនឹង while other organs of the United Nations make recommendation to member states មានន័យថានៅពេលណាមួយដែលសមាជិកណាមួយគាត់មានការផ្ដល់ជាអនុសាសន៍អីចឹងមានតែមហាសន្និបាតមួយទេដែលគាត់មានអំណាចក្នុងការសម្រេចចិត្តថាតើសមាជិករបស់រដ្ឋហ្នឹងគាត់មានតួនាទីក្នុងការអនុវត្តcharter របស់គាត់គឺអាធម្មនុញ្ញហ្នឹងអញ្ចឹងណាវាអញ្ចឹងទោះបីជា មិនតើតាត្រូវមានការសម្រេចពី security console ហ្នឹងសិនដែរ That's all teacher
Okay, thank you so much. Anybody got question? Please go ahead.
If everyone has question feel free to ask teacher because I'm the one who write down but I don't understand about what I wrote.
Okay. Any question, anyone? Okay, thank you so much, Panna, right? So, some of them is similar to the wrong, right? But with more detail, okay? More detail. Okay, thank you. Who going next, please? Go ahead. Malay or one red ball, please go ahead. Who want to continue, please? Nick, who want to stand next? One red ball or who? One red ball, can you speak out now? Okay. Who Nick, please? Socom, hello Socom, you ready? I quiet. Okay, who Nick, please go ahead. Who want to present Nick?
I think maybe no one do present more teacher, so I think you can continue our lesson. Continue from the last week, I think.
Hello everyone. Anybody else want to do more presentation? You don't present, lose mark.
អ្នកទាំងអស់គ្នាខ្ញុំលើកទឹកចិត្តឲ្យធ្វើប្រសិនថ្ងៃហ្នឹងហើយកុំឲ្យភ័យពេលយើងកាន់បន្ទុកយើងកាន់ទៅបាក់ចិត្តណា
Hello, why quiet? Admin net present ni jangan ke? Okay. Hello. You may return, return, and then you start again. It may work well. Everyone can hear me? So who go next, please? Go ahead. Put your slide on share screen. Okay, who want to present, please? Go ahead. Show your slide, share screen, put on share screen.
Teacher, I saw Malay want to speak.
Okay. Um, Malay and Sokom. I cannot hear. Right? Okay, so I may turn back again. So let's see if you can hear. Okay. I turn off for a while and then I come back. Hope you can hear. Hello, everyone. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, great. Uh, Malay, Sokom. How about Sokom? Can you hear me? Sokom, can you hear me? Okay, Malay, right? You may start to share your slide. You want me to share a slide with you, or you want to put slide on
I
your own?
can read by myself.
Okay. So you put in Telegram,
Yes.
put in group, right, or what? So please forward to the group.
No, I don't have.
Uh, forward forward to the group so you can find. Okay, I find in your group in your
You can find it in personal
so
Telegram, teacher.
yeah, personal. Yeah. Okay, so which
I
one
can
you
read
want?
slide.
No, is it no slide or yeah,
No.
doc? Only document.
Yes.
Okay, the last one. It about the rule of UN state building mission or something, right? Is it that one?
Chapter 1, the United States, for teacher.
Yeah. You see, you put the United Nations. Is it that one?
Yes.
Okay. Constitution. Doc 3. Right. Can you see now, everyone? Okay, go
So
ahead, please.
I
In the
will start
use.
now, teacher.
Yeah, sure, please go ahead.
Okay.
In the use
Yes.
yourself and your topic.
Yes. Okay, the first, let me say good evening, teachers, and good evening to my classmates. And the first, let me say sorry because today I'm feeling sick and flu, so I have a bad presentation.
Okay.
So the first I going to presentation about my topic, chapter 1, the United Nations. The United Nations represent the most rigorous and type-diverse organization in the history of the international affairs. Found in the 1945, the structures, participants, and producers are still tied to the experience and challenges of the World War II, and the post-war planning of the Axis power that's already in 1942 has assembled under the names of the United Nations. Out of a vast alliance emerged an international organization with nearly 200 member states and a lot of broad range of the activity. The United Nations, with all its achievements and failures, can also be seen mirroring
Hello, Malay. You're speaking.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, go ahead. Then.
After all, the member state established policy and pay or bill more than last trust determining of diverse body agendas. To be so international tourist servant would not exist without member states. Sorry, teacher. But an institution of the member state would not have the presence or impacts without the administrative support of the secretaries, such as or failures in the changing and implementing policy is not department of the state with their reserves and with their interest. Yet there is more room or maneuver and autonomy on the part of the international security than the affairs often suppose. An election that said United Nations appear in the despite as a component in some success and failures, although it is not focused on hand does not appear in the latter's recommendation about future strength. Member state and secretarial, the first and the second UN. The first UN has long been the focus on the scholarship up to all member states. 51 in June 1945 and almost for time that remember today. They must my
Hello, Malay. You there? I can't hear
for
you. Everyone can hear?
for the
Maybe. Okay. Go ahead. Then.
yes, teacher. Release embracing self-interest stage within an article system. Force a library institution list. Focus on the costs and benefits of the state corporation. For a pronouncement of the English school, analyzing and develops of shares, norms, and values in the international society. And the second UN is also distinct, consisting of the carriers and intellectual staff who are paid through success and voluntary cooperation. Hello, teacher.
Yeah. Can you please finish or
Hello.
not yet? Yeah.
Not
Okay.
yet. Teacher,
I'm
can you hear me?
listening. Yeah, I hear. Okay. Go ahead. I'm listening. Okay.
Okay. Yes. And the second UN typical receives a little attention from the analysts, but the step did not more carries out the matching order from government. The UN officer present idea to tackle problems, debate them normally and normally with the government take the uh, initiative, advocate for change, and turn general division into the specific program either of the action, implement them. The programs and reports binding to the nation, officials and politicians, gatherings and the intergovernmental conference and the country with the UN's operation. And the next, the third UN from the outset. Non-state actors have been in the UN corridors and the field projects. The charters and 1945 Flambeaus opened with the current call from with the purpose of the United Nations. Whence one might have the aspect, we the representative of the sovereign member state. Article 71 uh, accessibility makes room for
Hello, hello, Malay, you there? Please go ahead.
Hello,
can you hear
teacher.
me?
Hello, teacher.
Hello, yeah, I'm listening. Okay.
Teacher, are you hear me? Hello.
Yeah, I'm hearing. Okay.
Hai mình đâu là
So
Malay,
let's we
yeah,
continue.
yeah, please, on you.
Yes. And the such UN are outsiders that the person who are not on the regular payrolls of the government of their securities, who complement the insiders of the other who to UN in that collective effects to generate debate, implement and inseminate idea and index operational program. And the next, the revealing doors among the three UN, including some of the individuals who may uh, simultaneously be member of the then once a friend blues distinction between outsiders and insiders. A helpful distinction has been introduced by Roland Riggs, who suggests that some members of the such UN are more formal or less informal, namely when a member state or a UN organization specifically requests an input from the said UN. And for the examples, Canada's convening the International Commission on the Environment and State Sovereignty. For the inclusion, a special section of the Chinese Foreigners Policy in for 2002 was titled, "What is the International Community?" The articles began with the short bias invoking the international community. It's a lot of easier than uh, definite. Definite. It really makes sense to use the term in the respective international regards, legal sense of the peace-loving state. The UN first, second, and third continue to push, interject, and make eximem use the respective comparison advantage. The union of the three flags UN is the contribution in the challenge. Hello, teacher.
Yeah, hello, I'm listening. Okay, finish, right?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, good. Thank you so much. You praised only one, so you got
Sorry,
flu.
teacher.
So
I'm feeling full.
okay, okay, no problem. So thank you for your presentation. Okay.
Yes,
Next,
teacher.
please. So Com, can you speak out? How about Ball? Can you speak out?
Hello, teacher.
Hello. Okay.
Are you hear me now?
Hello,
Yeah,
teacher.
I hear. Okay. Ball, can you speak out too?
I changed to my phone before I use computer.
Okay. How about Ball Sokong? Can you hear?
Yeah, teacher. Yes, teacher.
Okay, great. Okay, can speak out now. Sorry, for a moment I forgot to. I return back, and then when I came back. I forgot to open class. So when teacher remember when teacher forgot to open class, student cannot get in. So that's the problem. So okay, not just like Zoom. Okay. Okay. So who go next? Vulnerable first or Malay first?
Malay already, teacher.
Oh, sorry. Uh, who? Socom. Sorry, Socom. So you want to show slide by yourself, or you want me to open for you?
I want you to show
To
because I
open.
send
Okay.
you to private already.
Okay. Socom. So which one slide? Which one first? Oh, let me see.
I do one topic, okay, teacher.
Yeah, one topic. Topic one, right? Is it topic one about human security or something? You got PowerPoint or oh
PowerPoint,
good.
teacher.
Oh PowerPoint. Okay. Yeah, I see now. Let me open for a while. Okay. Let me share screen. Okay. You can see now. Okay, please introduce yourself, your topic. Okay, and do screenshot. Yeah, go ahead, please. So, Com, can you see now?
Yeah, teacher.
Okay, go ahead.
Good evening, teacher, and hello, everyone. My name is Kom. I want to tell you about. Teacher, next slide, please.
Okay.
About 3UN. The first is introduction, and the second is member state and secretary, and the first UN, the second UN, and the third UN, and the final is conclusion. Before I do the presentation, I want to ask you one question. Would the world will be better without the UN? The answer is no. Why I say no? Because the UN is very important, and and although best known for the peacekeeping, is peace building, conflict prevention, and humanitarian assistance, and there are many other the way that UN, and it is a system that affect our life and make the world a better place. The organized work on the broad range of the fundamental issues and the sustainable development, environment, and refuse the protection, disaster relief, and quarter territories dismantled and non-proliferation to promote democracy and human rights, gender equality, and the advancement of women and government, economic, social development, and international health, clean, and although a lot of like Darong and Panas so already about human rights. The UN is very important for us, for the world. Now I want to show you. The United Nations was born from the achieve of work almost 3/4 of century ago. It means 25 years ago. Teacher, I want you back the last. Yes, the first UN. The first UN state pursued national interests from high politics and insecurity council to law politics in the board and special council of UN fund and specialized agency. And the first UN is a state council consists a regional group for the General Assembly and is a smaller group for members in ISOs. And the second UN, the next slide, teacher. Teacher, the next slide, please. Yes, thank you, teacher. And the second UN is also distinct, consistent for career and contractual staff who are paid through asset and voluntary contribution. The international service is legacy of the largest of nations, a leading advocate of an international second UN for the second secretary general. Nonetheless, a basic in idealism and has animated the best of the second UN. And the third UN's influence on the World Organization, thinking policies, polity, and action is based on their independence for government and secretary. The number of the third UN are outsiders, that is, persons who are not on the regular payroll of the government or secretary, who complement the insider of the order to UN in collective effort to general debate, implement and disseminate in idea and conduct operational program. And also the third UN and dependent on the context and the time, the influence of the third UN, like that of the other two UN, may be good, bad, or ambiguous. For example, Canada convened the International Commission on Intervention and State Sovereignty, or the special process of the UN Human Rights Council. More recently, the third UN has even been called upon to have defined certain tiers of interaction between the first and second UN, such as in the case of the use by the International Criminal Court of a dependent expert panel for defining and independent is defining analyzing the practicability of the code complementarity as it is described in the room structure. Like I asked before, would the world be better without UN? And if the UN one day disappear or more likely just sunk into neglect, it is only then that we would become fully aware of the gaping hole and would live in what remains of the post-war order. First, in the region of international peace and security, the intervention of peacekeeping and the effort to create breathing room for negotiation would be a step or present in the border downfall. Also missing would be the formal and informal settings that are available when the region become fully enough to talk. The second, what might be lost in the world without the UN? The UN in perhaps even more clearly suggested in centering human rights and human action. Events a work focused slowly on economic inflation and free market would be under public pressure to invent an institutional in and in the conclusion, the nation of UN, the nation united of it has three funds united. UN is a contribution to the challenge of terrorism, contemporary global governance. So what might be lost in the world without the UN? Thank you, teacher. Thank you, everyone.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, who next? Venerable, right? One person.
Yeah.
I don't know why got two names. You use two account, Venerable. Here got you another lady account like Rose like something, and then Ron Sukung. You
I don't know teacher, but in here I seen my name is Ron Sukong teacher.
okay? But here like I
I
see
don't know.
two. I see two people. Like, I don't know. Maybe you one phone or another or what? Okay.
Yeah. I learn to computer and my phone teacher.
Oh, yeah, that's the problem. But I don't know why he the same idea and then one another name. The lady, right? Slightly or
I don't know
something.
teacher. I don't know, but
Okay. Okay. I see. And when I check the attendant, also don't see your name here. But room slightly. I mean, room slightly something. I don't know. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But in here teacher ឃើញឈ្មោះ Ron Sukong នៅហ្នឹងទេ teacher
កណាឃើញពេលនេះគឺឃើញមិនណានៅក្នុងតារាងនោះវា load អត់ឃើញ load ចេញឈ្មោះព្រះអង្គID ដូចគ្នាតែដូចចេញឈ្មោះនារីវិញរំស្រីលាក់អូខេឃើញព្រះអង្គឃើញ click មួយទៀតឃើញ click មួយទៀតឃើញណាឃើញអូខេចាំមើលទៀងទាត់មកតែកន្លែងនេះគឺ load file យើងទូរស័ព្ទផ្សេងកុំព្យូទ័រផ្សេងOkay, so you want me to open for you or open yourself by yourself?
Teacher, can you slide teacher?
Okay, so slide is it PDF? Whenever you put in PDF?
Yeah, teacher, yeah.
Okay. So let me open. for a while.
Cameron.
Okay, could you see now? Okay, please introduce yourself and your topic.
Hello, hello,
So
teacher.
I quote
Yes.
your name here.
Good evening, teacher. Good evening, everyone. I forget to my ID, and then I forget to my major. Major.
Ah,
I, yes.
okay, no problem.
Yes. Next slide, teacher. Uh, my topic is the United Nations in the world politics. For more than 7 years, the United Nations has played the key role of shaping the world as we know it. It is consistently called the open to respond to both human and natural disaster and coordinates global effect on the challenge of the poverty, health security, women empowerment, and its climate change as the UN marked its 17th anniversary in 2015. It was hard to imagine the world without it, despite its many ups and downs over the year. It has embodied mankind hope for the better world through the prevention of the conflict. It will promote. I hello teacher.
Yeah, okay, go ahead. You finish yet or not
Uh,
yet?
uh, slide
Next line.
mình mà
This one, right? Oh, well. Hello, one Raybon.
Reprov chứ thầy Reprov be the United Nation in the world politics teacher.
Okay,
Còn cho slide và topic.
this one, right?
It has the rest of my
Need a more or something or slide this one? Hello, one Raybon. I can't hear you, one Raybon. Maybe the internet poor connection. Hello, everyone. Can you hear me? Everyone can hear me? Hannah, so come.
Yeah, teacher, I hear you, but I can't hear Venerable speaking.
Okay, yeah. Maybe he lost the connection and will come back soon. Hope he will come back. The internet problem, the internet. Hello. Maybe not come back. Okay, everyone, prepare for your final exam, right? Everyone can hear me? Anna, Malay, and Satkom. Yeah, waiting for one Rebolon. Maybe he lost the internet connection. Okay, so your final exam or the final exam. So final exam mainly about the all question, right? Talk about question. So start from even from unit one, okay? Unit one, two, three, all together. Okay, review with the all kind of unit like Weito, what is Weito, what is G77 sample, yeah, review, and the also the UN Charter, human rights. So it cover from all the handout that you have learned from chapter one until chapter four. Everyone can hear me, right? Chapter one to chapter four, and the UN seed. How many UN seed example? Yeah. So from chapter one until chapter four, uh, low unit got ahead now that appear with your final exam. When Rebel come back, hello, when
Hello,
Rebel.
teacher. Yeah,
Okay.
teacher.
Yeah, this one is the lady name. Okay, okay. Go ahead, please. Is it that one? That slide about UN in politics? Okay, go ahead. Hello, when Rebel.
Uh,
Please go ahead.
yes, yeah, teacher. Uh, can, the, uh,
It's about UN in politics, right? Or the third slide. I cannot hear. Wow, okay. Oh, I see problem with the internet. Where when they born? Come back now.
The rule of
Okay.
United Nations in this decolonization and the emergence of states. Of state. At the close correlates to two words has the predicate the earn of the uh, uh,
Là Indonesia again. Maybe problem with connection. Okay, one, can you hear me? Bà Lư dùm lấy nè bà. Internet is slow, okay, so maybe a problem. Hello everyone, can you hear me? Bà Lư dùm lấy bà Lư ấy. Okay. Yeah. Hello everyone, can you hear me? Mà Lư dùm lấy mà Lư ấy. Là you mong mày riêng dương chính là hòm lật mày riêng những mà tìm lò. Okay. Everyone can hear me? Hello everyone. Lư ba Lư dùm lấy nhỉ? Nào. Hello, can you hear me? Hello everyone, can you hear me? Bà Lư dùm lấy nhỉ? Lư. Can you hear me?
Yes, teacher. Mình internet slow teacher. Sorry.
Okay. You want to keep on with the present. Eh? Okay. Nè, bóng to tiếp. Dilemma thì
Đó lên đấy.
Rồi. Đó là gì thế? Đó là gì? North-South
Yes.
conflict. Okay.
The North-South conflict. The ideological learning of the G17, the 1916 and the 1970 were the heavy government role in economic development and the distribution of wealth and shaped Germany UN program and activity in the 1917. The G17 calls for the new international economic order I NIEO, Masolin support the UN General Assembly for the declaration of the establishment of a new international economic order and a chapter of economic right and duty of state. For the most of the decade, the NIEO debate dominant plurality the UN system with the deep divide between the North and the South in at time the making agreement and both economic and security issue impossible to achieve. Yes, teacher, next slide, teacher.
Uncle slide, next slide. Could you see that?
Yeah.
Nè. To mà. Okay, còn nhiều. Okay, go ahead, please.
German, the UN fight in the 21st century. German is spending need for the German versus versus UN limit capacity. The United Nations had a fight increasing German that in the provide peacekeeping and the peace building operation. Initiate international regulation to the health, environmental degradation, and the elevate poverty inequality in the world, promote a greater human economic and social well-being, provide humanitarian relief to the victim of the natural disaster and violence and protect human rights for various groups. These are the demand of the global government, not world government that is demand for the rule. And norm organization structure to the manage strength boundary in interdependent problem that the state acting alone cannot solve, such as terrorism, crime, drug, environmental degradation, epidemic, and human rights violation. The Germans too. German too. Soviet versus
Dilemma.
challenge
Dilemma.
dilemma.
Maybe it's wrong spelling, I think.
Yes, yeah.
Dilemma. Dilemma. To say được lời bảo dilemma. They say
Dilemma.
Nah. Dilemma. 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 Okay.
Dilemma. Yes. dilemma to a Soviet and versus challenge to the sovereignty. The UN chapter affirmed a long-standing principle of state Soviet and no non-intervention in state domestic affairs. Yet sovereignty has eroded on many fronts in continuously challenged by the issue. And the problem that the cross state border and that state cannot solve alone. Historically, Soviet and empower a state given an all matter within the territorial just jurisdiction. No non-intervention is the related principle that applies other states. International organization not to the intervene in a matter within the internal and domestic jurisdiction of the Soviet state. Global telecommunication, uh, global telecommunication, excluding the internet and social media, economic interdependencies such as global financial market, international human rights and the norm, international election monitoring, and the environmental regulation are among the many developments that infringe on state sovereignty and traditional areas of the domestic jurisdiction. Though though dilemma three, yeah, dilemma three. The need for the leadership. World politics in the 21st century was made initially by the dominant of the United Nations, United States as the sole superpower diffusion of the power among many other states. The European Union issue the wide of diversity of non-state many other states. The European uh, actor that exercise is fluent in different way. As noted, Elias have however, even before the end of the first decade, it was apparent that the rise of the emerging nations such as Brazil, India, and China, and as well as constraint of the United States, were leading to the shifting pattern of the power leadership. This was understood by both Russia, China's greater access to us in 2014. Yet traditional measures of the power international politics do not necessarily uh, dictate who will provide leadership or the influential within the UN. Multilateral institutions such as the unions create opportunity for the small and middle powers as well as NGO group of the state. IGO is executive head to exercise initiative leadership. Union Secretary General, in fact, have often been importing a figure in international arena depending on the its in personality and the willingness to the initiative such as mediating conflict or the proposing response to international problem that many that may or may not prove to acceptable member states. Dilemma 4. The need for inclusiveness. The first three words in the Union chapter proclaim we the people and the Article 1.8 and 113 recognize the dignity vote of the people for more than 17 years. The Union Safe has the leading advocate against discrimination. Despite progress, inequality inclusive persists in many parts of the world, actually increasing. Recently, the UN began recognizing that respecting of the people and moral imperative is not enough in order to the UN to address many key issues, inclusive poverty, climate change, conflict resolution, in global health. It must address inequality, include the marginalized, marginalized, reversing social inclusive is not a revenue as the part of the foresting both human security development lack or the participation and avoid absent translate into the lack of education. Education, yes, teacher, that's all, teacher. Hello, teacher.
Okay. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much for your presentation. Okay.
Yes.
Okay អញ្ចឹងមេរៀនតកតងប្រឡងរបស់យើងគឺមើល handout ទេ A1 គេលោកអីទៅ handout គឺ handout មេរៀនchapter 1 chapter 4 chapter 1 chapter 4 got the handout. Okay. Everyone could see the screen, the slide share.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, yeah. So please look at handout 1 and handout chapter 1 until chapter 4. ចឹងរំលឹកhandout នឹងឡើងវិញប្រឡងអត់មានអីចេញលើសហ្នឹងទេ like this one example quiz here quiz 1 quiz 1 handout number 2 example for the exam. Evolution of United Nations. Okay. This is the textbook from textbook and also got the handout of practice. Yeah. So review them. Okay. We don't have much time to review, so please look at them for reviewing. Also here like the brick here, Waito, what is brick, Waito. This is some like matching, but it become true false. This one may become true false question. Okay. Go down. And unit 3 about actor in the United Nations. So this is the lesson review. Who can make a UN more effective body? Example. So the member state, like who? Member state and people of the world providing the requisite support and political will that make the UN better. Yeah. Who command the UN peacekeeping operation? The security control, right? The UN had no military force, but peacekeeper wear their country uniform and identify peacekeeper only by the UN blue helmet or red or badge. When a mukhiu from the mukhiu. What is the Universal Declaration of Human Rights? So this is just some idea to review. But what you are going to look at here, the handout, yeah, actor in UN system. So read this one, handout here, chapter 1 until chapter 4. And another chapter 4 is maintaining international peace and security. Okay. Everyone still hear me, right? Listening. And we got intra-state and interstate war, like Anna mentioned. Yeah, interstate. This one means state between country and country. So the conflict or we call war between country and country decrease, sharp decrease. in the incident of interstate, mean war between country and country. But intrastate mean internal country, inside the country in Greek. Yeah, this one. So called a civil war example. Okay? Civil war. And that happened because of like major political change, the end of colonialism, the Cold War end, and the end of superpower rivalry that paralyzed many efforts to deal with the threat to peace and international activities. Yeah. And if we talk about security, we got state security and human security. Okay, so state security like security of border, control over population, freedom from interference in the government sovereignty over international affairs. Human security, support for new norm or responsibility to protect population, rapid current international opinion, okay, changing nature conflict. So this will refer to more to benefit people, so we call human security. Okay, the idea from the liberal, idea from the realism, okay, different. They got different view about peace building. Okay, so this is the textbook. Sum up the main point, and then you got the handout. Yeah, handout here. Maintaining international peace and security. So review the handout here, please, to prepare for your final exam. Yeah, I think that's it. And the rest are extra information that you may practice or review. Okay. Okay. So any question, everyone? Any comment? Please go to the survey, right? Have you done the survey? So also survey from, yeah, you may do the survey as well. So survey, the button for survey, express your idea about the lecture teaching, and also about my lecture, and also about the system, the school system. Please don't forget to join the survey. Okay. Okay, everyone, any comment, any idea? So good, you done all your effort, do the summary, chapter summary. So, but try to learn more from the UN. So go to the UN website, right? Go into UN website. A lot of other material, update information. But based on the scholar book, okay. So you read the scholar book, they compile a good source for you. But if you want to keep update, so look at the UN website. Yeah. When they bomb me. Okay, everyone, any idea? Any comment? Hello, Panna, Malay, and Sokom.
I have no.
Okay, so I quit the class here. So thank you very much.
Yeah, teacher. Bye bye. Thank you for today.
No question, right?
Yes.
No question?
Yeah.
You mean you have? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so thank you very much for your presentation today, and good luck for your course. Enjoy your dinner. Okay, I know
Thank
you
you,
are
teacher.
in a hurry for dinner. Okay. Okay, thank you. Enjoy your dinner. Thank you.
Yeah, goodbye, teacher.
Bye bye. Yeah.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Goodbye, teacher.
Goodbye. Bye bye.